What a dump. Over the last hour, things are not doing so good for the XRP price, but generally speaking here, when I check the comments of some of my previous videos, I noticed there's quite a lot of skepticism about the XRP price, mostly in regards to the price has basically stayed low for a significant amount of time, since 2018 up till now. And I saw a lot of people being skeptical that the price will ever recover, that will actually ever recoup some of these higher highs of $3, $4 or so, that we're actually going to kind of pump past it. Today I want to kind of give you guys some insights into all of that, and I've done a video about my price prediction where I basically explained to you guys, oh man, if the price doesn't see $12 or so in 2022, I might be out. But honestly, that's backed upon by quite a lot of different facts and quite a lot of logic that a lot of people might not necessarily have in this crypto space that we might need to educate upon. If you're wondering what's happening to the XRP price right now, we were just basically breaking out. Things were doing really well. I was watching it closely, and that's mostly based upon Bitcoin, like you guys always say. From a weekly perspective, all cryptos that we cover here, Bitcoin, ETH, XRP, all of them are looking the exact same fashion. Beautiful support found, and right now bounce back upwards. Every single crypto is finding that right now. Bitcoin from its 0.236 FIB level, I think. We're not actually able to watch it closer. 0.382. Let's see here real quick. Yeah, 0.382 is bouncing from ETH from, I believe, the 0.5 Fibonacci, and then XRP from the 0.236 is where it's bouncing from right now. All of these respective Fibonacci levels, I told you guys in my previous live stream, we have to hold, and right now we're doing all of that. I told you guys, however, and keep this very much in mind, the XRP price is going to keep trying to break out, come back to demand zones until we get this lawsuit sorted. It's going to keep happening. And every single time, I'm going to go look at the comment section and see people say, XRP is so boring. XRP is so sad. I don't want to hold XRP. XRP is... Remember that right now, I personally see this as a privilege. The fact that we are able to buy XRP and actually a lot of these cryptos at the cheap prices which they are at currently. I keep having to remind people that back in 2018 when the XRP price hit $4, I really felt a little pain to my freaking stomach because all of a sudden this crypto that you like a lot is not able to be purchased anymore for the cheap. And right now I keep trying to portrayed into some people's heads. If you weren't here for the 2017-18 bull run, let me tell you guys this. It is so difficult when a crypto that you always were able to buy for 1/5 of the price is all of a sudden, again, I guess, quintupled, right? So for ADA, as I've said before, guys, I kept saying it on this channel. I bought XRP, oh no, sorry guys, let's say ADA. I bought ADA every single time at about 2 cents, 3 cents. Right now today, ADA is, what is it? $1.80, $1.75? Let's see here. $1.60 is the price right now. It's up about 8% on the data, doing pretty damn well. Actually, a couple of cryptos are doing pretty well. Polkadot is doing rather nice, 8% on the upside. Uniswap, 11% on the upside. Link, about 8% on the upside. I have a lot of cool videos coming out about all of those, but the fact comes and remains. When I made my last Chainlink separate video, price was $3. When my first XRP video came out, I'm not even sure what the price was. It could be that it was half a cent or so in 2016, 17. I'm not exactly sure anymore when my first XRP video was. Same thing for ADA. We definitely covered it for the last couple of years. I talked about that yesterday. And we also covered it while it was at some of the lower prices at 2-3 cents or so. Solana, first time we covered it was peanuts, and I feel one of the most difficult things in crypto, and that's what a lot of people might not know about it, is to buy it so expensively. Chainlink, our biggest bags were bought at half a cent, really not that much actually above it. Aren't you feeling that same thought that I have? Right now, with XRP, we're at a crucial point. Yes, we're bouncing, and it's all so boring. You might all feel like, oh, it's not so nice. XRP, if you ask me, not financial advice, will freaking skyrocket. Right now we're setting a good base, but as I've been shouting for the last week, Bitcoin has found a perfect base at about $46.4 thousand. It reversed. We were calling that out. It reversed at this Fibonacci level, the 236. Right now we're finding some support at the 0.382, and we're gonna keep on bouncing piece by piece towards the upward direction. Keep on up and up and up, piece by piece by piece. And that's exactly the way that it's looking right now. That's exactly what we're expecting for it to happen. And as long as Bitcoin has a positive close, as we shouted out earlier today, 2022 is going to be an insane year. XRP right now having the perfect bounce, Ethereum right now having the perfect bounce. Our long-term trades are already set in stone as well. And guys, I'm being honest with you. The reason I call it this urgent is because right now we are back into one of our demand zones for XRP, finding logic. It would not be too crazy to actually open up another long position within this area again. And as long as Bitcoin doesn't turn around, which is not looking to do on the short term either, this could be a crazy entry for XRP still for the longer term. Just my thoughts though. Bitcoin is doing really amazing right now. We can see where the resistance lies, right? Right now we're finding those levels. We're facing some resistance. If Bitcoin breaks out right now, which it's looking to do, we're opening some crazier long positions right at this area. Right now, guys, I'm telling every single person, this is a crazy good point to actually open up a long position for XRP. Solid fundamentals based upon Bitcoin being positive as well. Just going to be honest with you. So that's why I called it urgent, because right now we have a moment to act. It's not 100% guaranteed, of course, obviously, because it's going to depend on Bitcoin continuing on this bullish momentum. But Bitcoin already had a positive weekly close just yesterday, or last night, I should say. That's what we wanted to have for the bullish narrative. We got that. The reversal, as I called it out, happened exactly as predicted. All right, our weekly close has been extremely bullish. It's a bullish engulfing candle, which basically means it engulfs the entire, negative candle that we saw here. This is a reversal candle. It shows the upward side is now happening. The exact same thing happened right there, guys. I keep telling you, the upwards direction for Bitcoin is so logical right now. We had it in the exact same fashion right here, right? We had a little correction right here in the same sense that we have it right now. We had a breakout happen right here. We had our candle, and that breakout candle is also an engulfing candle on the weekly. Right now, the exact same thing happens. It would not surprise me if we're going to replicate exactly what we saw here, and then over the next 6 weeks, 8 weeks, whatever, we're going to be seeing another new all-time high for Bitcoin, hopefully at about $75-ish thousand. And the exact same thing is most likely going to replicate for XRP. I think right now, because the XP price has been so suppressed for a little while, that this time around is going to actually follow Bitcoin a little bit more tightly. And so our next area to watch is $1.13 around that level. And then our next closest area is like $1.40-ish or so. And we could recoup within a week or so. It would not be too crazy if we actually start really building from here on forward. Then again, guys, you already know my minimum levels, right? We really have to end this year above 91 cents. If we don't, would not be too nice. But preferably above $1.10, which is definitely still possible over the next 4 days or so. Let's hope for it. Let's hope for it. Our trades are in for it. And you guys already know, I talked before as well about why so many big guys will be hoarding it pretty shortly. Timukin asked, why didn't you go for an inverse perpetual long? So there's a difference here. Inverse perpetuals basically mean you have XRP on the platform, and you buy your position with XRP. We can open one real quick to show you guys. I'm not sure how much XRP is in my derivatives account. We can open one just to showcase how it would look like. All right, so we, for example, put $1,000. Not sure if that's in there. Let's try it out with let's put 10 times leverage right now, right? Just to show you guys how it works. 10 times leverage right now on this trade, which is already relatively high, by the way, right? From this perspective, let's quickly come back here because it's not the same chart. It's relatively high. But I don't think it's going to be too bad as Bitcoin is confirming the breakout here. We, of course, have our Bitcoin trade open for a little bit longer on our main account. But right now we're coming back in, which could be a nice area to buy the dip. Our preferable dip would be all the way back at about 90 cents if we had a good retest. But this is like a most likely stop loss pretty close. This is where we bought in a couple of hours ago, by the way, guys. If you were here during the stream a couple of hours ago, here it was. Let's see here. Somebody says something. I'll address it. Somebody says, you're still making money lying to people. How haven't these idiots dropped you already? Clowns, all of you. All right. See a couple other. Let's see here. Talking absolute nonsense, pure bluster. It's doing what it always does. Rises a bit and falls a bit. That's the entire premise of of supply and demand, huh? Yeah. So, pretty funny how we always will see those things. And again, it's actually a pretty big art to not let those things hit you. It takes something, you know. When you're watching this, you're thinking, oh, it definitely isn't difficult to ignore some of these guys. But to some degree, yeah, it's something you have to get over for a little bit. But now I've grown numb to all this stuff, man. Let them talk whatever they want to talk. I think I provide good stuff, and so I keep that in the back of my head. And so you comment whatever you want to comment. If it's angry, you go right on ahead. But I don't know exactly what your what your purpose is. For anybody wondering if I'm getting paid by XRP, think again. All right, think again. I told you guys exactly how it looks like if something is sponsored. And if you think I can make money with live streams, once more, just think again. I explained everything to you already. A live stream earns F all. Let's put it like that. It can literally earn, for example, maybe 10 euros for an entire hour. So maybe to you that's worth it. For me, absolutely not. But I think it's quite a lot of fun. So yeah, there you go. All right, just letting you guys know about that. I'm always transparent in that sense. If there's a sponsor, you always see in the left top corner. It's always in the exact same point. Tell you guys about that every single stream, exactly how that type of stuff works. So you know that, then we're all good to go. In regards to our trade, let's actually open it up one just to show you guys exactly how we do that. Inverse perpetual. Let's go to, this is of course Bitcoin. Let's go to our XRP one. And the main difference with an inverse perpetual and a normal one is here you're trading XRP and making the profit in XRP, and in a USDT perpetual, you're putting in dollars and you're getting dollars back. So it's just, there's a reason for why you would use either. Let's put $1,000, see how this goes. I'm not sure exactly how many XRPs we have in our derivatives account. There's obviously a spot and a derivatives, but I think we have more than $100. Maybe we have, let's open one. Let's see how it goes, right? Let's see. Let's check this out. See if this moves along. Wait a minute. Where is it? Oh, it's all the way down here. Oh, okay. Okay, we had, I guess we had enough to do it. And here the difference again, you can see guys, is we put 1,000 XRP on the line, or 1,069 XRP in that sense. But the money that it cost us was about 107 XRP in this case to do it. And before, you can see, we put 2,500 XRP, but these are contracts, and also 0.5 ETH, for example. And you can see here the value that it has. It's in dollars instead of in XRP, you can see. And it's also costing me about $2,000 to have that open. And this one was about, just some XRP, basically. So that's the main difference in that sense. All right, you can see your daily realized profit will also be in XRP. So if we make money with this, it'll be XRP that we make money on, not necessarily the dollar, if you guys get the difference. Talk about XLM. XLM is actually pretty good in terms of technicals. It's actually kind of in the same predicament. But in terms of news, they're always really bad. Whenever I look up XLM stuff, they're just really lacking. I think that's actually one of the main reasons why XLM's price is not really on par with XRP's. As obviously the technology is pretty similar. It's not really that much different, so to speak. It's only that XLM doesn't really get that much news out there. And I've been trying to look around, but it's pretty hard to find the newest updates or the newest updates. When in comparison with XRP, there's just so much stuff everywhere. So it's really easy to get yourself on all the top of the news. And again, you guys might look and say like XDC, for example. Good crypto. I cover it sometimes over on Twitter. But even then, what exact update do you guys want? Only what we can do is talk about the price, for example. But a lot of those smaller cryptos that are really not in the top, let's say 15, even some in the top 15 are pretty difficult to find yourself daily updates on or anything like that. Like, for example, VeChain, one of my favorite cryptos, it's mostly like once a week or so that we get a big update. Sandbox, I guess, is quite often. Same thing for, I guess, Sandbox mostly, because it's, of course, Metaverse that's hot. Algorand, sometimes we try to look. You'll not find any really big news for a couple of weeks. Litecoin, I've just dropped altogether. But Chainlink as well. They're doing really amazing. It's one of my favorite cryptos, but it's hard to find. Uniswap, I guess, maybe because the whole Polygon integration right now, that's one of the bigger reasons why it's doing so amazing. But generally speaking, it's hard to find some news on these cryptos than it is for an XRP, an Ethereum, a BNB, a Bitcoin. I guess Solana is also pretty high up there with news nowadays. Luna is doing pretty amazing. Polkadot is also pretty nice. Doge and Shiba are always up there. Just letting you guys know. So an XDC, it can really be so that you will not find a piece of news on an outlet for like a month or two sometimes. Armin says, what about USDC? Will it pump? Yeah, man. USDC is the best one. That's crazy, man. Buy everything in USDC. At least you won't lose money. I like that one. That's very funny. Adrian says, do you know anything about the British crypto ETN? So, if you've been around my channel for more than 4 years, you know that my entire channel was based upon Electroneum a couple of years ago because that was one of my first major ICOs. I bought the ICO, but when I lost all my ETN in the Cryptopia hack a couple of years ago as well, I don't know when that was anymore. Cryptopia was an exchange, and that was like the first exchange that you could put your ETN on. When when the exchange got hacked and I lost all my money in that sense, I kind of stopped supporting it because I didn't have any crypto anymore. And it was just yeah, it was just a really strange way that things were going. Like the price just kept going down and down, and it went pretty close to ICO price as well. So I kind of dropped it, but I heard about it here and there every while. Somebody says, say it correctly, XRP, XLM, Algo, XDC, HBAR, QNT. That's a good bag. Honestly, I hold all of those. I'm pretty excited about all of those exactly to the core. XLM is pretty nice because it's basically XP's little brother. XRP is just juicy, as you guys know. Algorand, I'm a pretty big fan of. I even had one article about Algorand open, I think, somewhere. Here we go. What is Algorand and why is it known as the Ethereum killer? I wanted to make an entire video about Algorand later today because I have not done that in like months upon months, but it's a pretty juicy crypto in that sense. It's different, but it's good. Same thing for Cosmos / Atom. You guys have been asking about that. I wanted to do one about a lot of these different things. Like Luna is coming up, Polkadot is coming up. Just one little video explaining it to all the peeps and why I'm excited about them. And hopefully you guys will enjoy that type of stuff. Let's actually ask here. What is your number one crypto hold? Please don't put how much crypto you have. Please don't put how much money you have. But which crypto do you have the most of? For me, for years, it was Bitcoin. And then for a good while, it was XRP. And right now, I don't really know, honestly, anymore. Because with the amount of times I made my money times 100, it could be that I actually have more in some shit coins than I have in a thing like a Bitcoin or an XRP. But I'm not too sure about that. It's just, I don't check the portfolio. I don't check the MetaMask. I don't check the Trust wallets. So it could be that I have actually got more in some crazy altcoin, but I'm not too sure about that. Maybe it's actually still XRP. Could be. I think last time I checked it was XRP. Helmuth says SHIB is good as well, given that it has utility, ever-growing list of partners. The thing with Shiba is it's really stupid meme coin before that turned into a ridiculously big project that has quite a lot of potential from the perspective that they're just expanding out right now. They even got freaking #1 in terms of volume at one point. They're not a complete joke, but I would never buy any Shiba anymore, I don't think. A lot of you guys on freaking Twitter were telling me, buy Shiba, buy Shiba. But I'm too afraid because I don't really see any good reason to buy it at this price. Then again, I will hold my Shiba until the bitter end as, yeah, they're a meme coin, but they are trying their best to become a metaverse behemoth, so to say. So it could be that they will still actually, turn some heads. President says, I am holding some very less coins. We'll get some profit on 2022. What? Somebody says, XRP is the main stuff. Every fricker has it. Yeah. Speak about NFTs? No. I think the majority of NFTs out there right now are literally a Ponzi scheme. So you might definitely get lucky and get yourself a good deal on one. But generally speaking, I think you actually lose money on NFTs right now, unless you get a really good chance to buy in. Let us see. Should we put some more money into it for basically our little reversal here? Oh, let's see if I have enough to go 10 times this. Let's go 9,000. Let's see if I have enough. Might go wrong, by the way. I don't know if I have enough money in this account. Do we have it? Oh, okay, there we go. We have it. Cool. All right, so we put, let's see here. What do we put? We put 1,000 XRP on the line, about 10,000 XRP worth. Let's see how this turns out. We'll see how it goes. All right? Maybe we're going to have a crazy loss. Maybe we're going to do good. We shall see in the near future. All right. Billionaire investor Ray Dalio, curious about NFTs, says Bitcoin is alternative money. I just saw one of you guys say, hey, man, talk about NFTs, right? So as I said just now, I think the majority of them are, James Dubai. I know a couple of James. Have we met James in Dubai? Or, okay. But a lot of NFTs are Ponzi's in the sense that they are literally promoting, and that's all they do. So you buy into the whitelist or whatever you buy in, and then there's basically nothing. So even though the floor price might increase, if there's no liquidity anymore, if nobody's ever going to buy it anymore, yeah, there you are with your nice little NFTs. And I think NFTs are pretty useful in the sense that there's quite a lot that I would honestly say are a smart hold, but not that many. I don't know what else to say to you guys in the sense of the majority of them are not smart. The majority of them are not. But yeah, that's just my opinion about the matter. Let's see. Donald says XRP is king for sure. Amazon will eventually use crypto. Okay, and the C19 is already being tracked by VeChain, you're saying. President says they are planning to merge the gaming characters and NFTs so that we can sell the characters, maps, etc. So let me say it like that. If you are an NFT fan, I would honestly say go for gaming type of NFTs, not like the art ones, because the art ones are purely speculation, like a little, like look at the finger. The gaming ones, a lot of those I'm like, yeah, okay, I can see the potential in them. Then again, guys, if you want more on that stuff, make sure you just follow me over on Twitter. The name on there is TheDustTBC. Just shared some Elrond Gold news, for example. I just try to retweet whenever I see something useful or I think of something. And last week for Elrond Gold, token distribution to RIDE listing participants. Elrond Gold integrated in Ledger Live. Interoperability boost via Binance Change. Elrond Gold listed on Bybit Exchange, which is also pretty nice because you guys know I use Bybit all the time. A lot of other little milestones for them right there. Good. Can't really say anything negative about that. And sometimes whenever I find it, I share it. So for example, here, 100 million XRP transferred from unknown wallet to BitThumb. At the end of the day, doesn't mean anything. So a lot of people are asking about it. But usually I like to cover this in a video to tell people it ain't nothing. Jake actually identifies it as BitThumb to BitThumb. But usually when you see a big transfer like that, it don't really mean too much. Unless I start talking about it and we find some reason why it might mean. Otherwise, usually not. By the way, guys, if you're watching right now, make sure you press that like button. Let's get this video to 200 likes. Should not be too difficult. We had about 2,700 people stop by and say hi. Let's get this live stream to about 200 likes right now. All right. James Cunning says, Dusty, do you think Bill Hinman and Jay Clayton are losing sleep these days? I don't honestly think so. From the perspective of them being investigated might be annoying, but I honestly think they don't really think anything can go wrong. Because let's see it from their perspective. If you're really scamming the system this much, you most likely think you can get away with it. Otherwise, you probably wouldn't do it. And you say I should check out a certain project on the XP Ledger. No, the majority of them are really bad. 99% of the things launched on the XP Ledger are really bad. If you're talking about it, there's most likely a good chance you're trying to promote it for your own personal gain. Please don't talk about any XP Ledger projects in my chat box unless I ask about it over on Twitter, because I know the majority of you guys are either scammers or just trying to make money off of other people who just don't know enough about that stuff. It's really rare for me to see a good XP Ledger idea. The majority of you guys are literally just trying to promote your own bags because you got an airdrop for free, and so now you're trying to make money off of other people. I really see it all the time on Twitter and all the time in my chat box, man. It's damning. It's like really sad what the XRP community has turned into in that regard of the freaking free airdrops. Dusty, have you heard of Pundi X? Yeah, I was really excited about them a couple of years ago. They've been kind of on the low for a little bit. How about LRC? Any thoughts? I don't actually hold that crypto, I don't think. But a lot of you guys were talking about it. But Loopring, right? But I don't know what they are up to too much. By the way, I also have some stuff about Gala that I'm going to share in the short term here in my Metaverse video coming out pretty shortly. Where's all LRC? Here we go, Loopring. Not doing too amazing over the last day. Every time I check this coin out, usually it's like really pumping severely. Huh. Let's see. Can you say about RSR coin? Okay, you know what, guys? Whenever somebody says some stupid stuff, I'll just block them forever. Okay, there we go. All right, let's quickly check this out. Can you say about RSR coin? Not too much to say about RSR right now. Not really too much going on, not really too crazy. And Rune, hello, look at this. I called this one out yesterday. Or was it early this month? I think it was yesterday, where I said, hey, it's actually a pretty good hold to have. It's pretty funny. This was not in any way, shape, or form predicted. It's just a coincidence. I did not really see any news for Rune. This coin is actually up 15% on the hour. What just happened? Symbol, this crypto. This is just funny. You know, I don't really look at the second page of crypto too much. I've never heard of FXS, Frax Share. I've also never heard of this, Eradix. Oh, what you can find on the second page of crypto, huh? Yeah, that's where the that's where the crazy guys are. Okay, maybe I should do that a little bit more often. Just look into there and see a little bit around, like what the cryptos are doing that have more potential to, you know, get some crazy returns in the medium term as well. I should do that more often. What are your thoughts on HDAR? I think you mean HBAR. Yeah, I just talked about it earlier today as well in my video. Solid project, solid fundamentals, going for the higher companies, so to speak, instead of like a peer-to-peer. So it's more centralized, yet extremely juicy from a adoption perspective. From, again, not necessarily people like you and I, but mostly companies. But HBAR is on a really good path, and I honestly do believe they are going to end up on the really high ranks as well. And again, you guys got to remember for yourself, 90% of the crypto will ultimately fail, 95%. So it's really about a question of which ones will stay around and stick around. Now, also one thing I saw, and this is actually a really fun little question. Noari or whatever said XLM and XRP is the government's only out for when the US dollar goes to zero. Let's just get a little poll going. Do you believe this to be the truth, or do you think this is stupid? Let's say truth or stupid. Put it down below. Let's quickly see this go on. Okay. Let's see how our trade is doing. Nice, really, we call it the reversal. Anybody who just followed me, who put $1,000 in, just made $50, $60. Congratulations, you just made a 5% profit. You can cash it if you want now with your 5%. There we go. Call me stupid again, huh, guys? Whatever. See, this is why I call this stuff urgent, but, you know, people be people. You know? Remember a fun thing. You know that this trade, by the way, guys, this last one, you know that we opened this one during a live stream as well, huh? The only thing is this one was $2,000. Some people might not have that, but still, just, whatever. No one ever talks about VET, even though it's the answer to the supply chain issues. Yeah, I got a video on VeChain coming up soon as well, really shortly. Okay. We're seeing truth for the most part. Some people say stupid. That's funny how people think about this stuff. Ha! Legend says, I'm going to say truth because I hold a big-ass bag of XRP and I'm biased. Fair enough. Fair enough. Renzo's is stupid. Okay. Let's see here. So this is actually another little analysis that I found interesting. Dark Defender shared, hi all. Wait a minute. Just checking out Twitter real quick. I saw a little message. Okay. Okay, I was just checking Twitter real quick. I saw Dark Defender with this interesting little message. Hi all, let's check crypto total market cap, excluding Bitcoin, targeting $15 trillion. And many will warn me that XRP price is nothing to do with the cap. This isn't for you. This is for the ones who can calculate the price with the market cap. Oh, nice. A Bon Voyage XRP, Bon Voyage crypto. And he says, XRP price, rough estimate using altcoin total market cap. I know you guys can't see the complete left. Let me see if I can set that straight for y'all. There we go. All right. Wave 3 targets $15 trillion US dollars divided by $594 trillion in the long run. Or 2, I'm not sure exactly. XRP current market cap is $44 billion. Altcoin market cap is currently $1.4 trillion. XRP dominance is about 2/4. Not sure exactly why I put 2/4 here, but it's okay. You know, I studied math, but even then, I don't really know. Am I missing something? XP dominance in altcoin market cap is 2/4, is 3%. Okay, you guys tell me exactly what in the world I'm missing right now. How does that work? XP dominance in altcoin market cap. Altcoin market cap is about 60%. So maybe he meant 2/40. But even then, why didn't he just do 1/2? Or 1/20, I guess. Because it's 1/20th of the entire altcoin market cap. Yeah, I'm pretty confused. Not sure exactly why I put that up, but all right. I was just checking my math for a little second. Okay. He's referring to the list and number 2 divided by number 4. this list. Okay. Yeah. Okay. So he means XRP's current market cap divided by the altcoin market cap. All right, I see you. Okay. If altcoin market cap hits $15 trillion, yeah, he means 2 over 3, I guess, huh? 2 over, yeah, whatever. If altcoin market cap hits $15 trillion, XRP cap would be $459 billion, 4.6. XRP price would be 4.59, considering 100 billion tokens. So that's about double, actually. So it's about, let's say, about $10. Considering 594 trillion of assets to be tokenized, which is 1,000 times bigger, XRP cap would be $18.2 trillion. XRP price would be 182. This calculation is only with the current dominance of XRP. Just imagine what would happen if and only if XRP has the only one. But that would basically mean that the total crypto market cap comes back to about $600 trillion, which, to be honest with you, is pretty close to what I expected to get to. But I do think it might take another 15 years or so. You know, I'm not really sure it's going to happen within this short of a time frame. I'm actually pretty certain it's not going to. But I honestly did believe, and I've told that a couple of times before, that eventually the crypto market will be $600 trillion. And if XP does that percentage again, it might get to these prices, okay? But that's really quickly, though, guys. I mean, he's calling out for this to happen within a year and a half, a year and a half or so, maybe 2 years. Nah, I'm not really on that same page, guys. To be honest with you, I'm not. All right? You got to draw your own line somewhere. Okay, interesting. Very peculiar. Then again, I do also believe that XP will actually recoup. Let's say, for example, that we get this lawsuit fixed. I do believe it might actually get back to the likes of Ethereum in terms of dominance. So to get back to those likes is like times 10 still. And if it gets, you know, that 20-30% dominance range, we actually need 1/10 the price, so about a $60 trillion market cap, to still get the same result, right? So from that perspective, wouldn't necessarily be too crazy. XP is pumping. So who's trading with me here? Who's calling me an idiot now, huh? You see, we did the freaking trade live. We're in $100 worth of profit. Not too crazy, but still, for it being live and all, I think it's pretty cool still. And again, we'll always have haters out there every single day. I just showed you guys exactly on what fundamental fact I based our trade. We opened the trade. I opened it live with you guys, what I always do on my own account as well. Whenever we talk about it, we do it. And still we get people to hate on us. Why? Absolutely no idea. Even if I call my video urgent, you can understand now maybe why I call them urgent sometimes, no? We had a breakout for XRP, came right back into retest into our demand zone for XRP. That is when we buy. Stop loss, theoretically speaking, a little bit below. Right now, guys, place a stop loss at your buy-in and you're good to go. We're facing some resistance here at our supply zone for XRP. It is all textbook stuff. It really is. 10%, 13%. We just made 150 XRP with 1,000. If we do this once a day, pretty good salary. Would be pretty good. You can see where the resistance lies, right? So right now, placing a tight stop loss, in my own opinion, being at the buy-in, would be fine. We can actually place it even higher. We can place it at our previous base, which would basically get us at about 2% profit or so, which would be the most safe spot because we don't know if we're going to breach this. But we wait. If we get back to this demand zone, we wait and look for what Bitcoin does. Bitcoin showing positive signs. Okay, we buy back in. Boom. Every single time we trade this over on Bybit. Every single day. Works every single time. And now I like it. I like that it happened this quickly. Sometimes it takes a couple of hours and people forget. Explain to us. I just did. That's what the whole live stream was for. Here's the Bybit link. Check it out, man. Bybit right now has a couple of crazy bonuses, which is why we're so excited about it. But the whole explanation is there's a demand zone, right? Demand zone basically means every single time we come into this area, there's a lot of price action and people are trying to pick it up. Before, a supply zone, in our own words, basically means there's a lot of XRP being supplied at that area, so a lot of resistance, basically. And at a demand zone, as we have between these red ones, is basically an area where XRP is basically recouping itself every single time. And there's, by the way, 2 links in the chat in the description. One is for the bonus page, and one is just a normal, referral link, a normal one. And one will get you directly to the bonus page. And with my link, you get like a 0.5% extra. Jonathan says vector candle will retrace. We shall see. We shall see. Let us see if we're going to breach this resistance here or not. And again, breaching is actually still something with confirmation. The only problem is we want the confirmation on the hourly. A 30-minute will be nice, but it's not something we can confirm, or at least not something that I confirm. And even on the 5-minute, we did not get any confirmation as we're just right now reaching and grabbing towards that surface. But our XRP trade was perfectly placed. Let's see here. We bought in at about 93.70, so right around, I guess even a little bit too high because we placed 2 trades. On average, should have been a little bit lower, because we actually bought above our demand zone for XRP. But you can see where the resistance lies. Right now we're trying to build. The moment we cross it, and the moment Bitcoin still shows bullish signs, we could theoretically speaking add to our longs. But since we just bought just now, of course I'm not going to. But I would also say for anybody, because we're facing resistance, that if right now you're a trader and you're saying, hey, I just made 15% profit, I'm glad with that, sometimes take it in and get out. Because if we're being honest, if we're being proper traders, we should put right now our stop loss. Either we can put a trailing stop loss, so we basically put it at, let's say a couple cents down, or we put our stop loss right at our entry point, because at this point we don't need to take a loss anymore. We're basically gambling, so to speak, that we're going to breach this, and right now it's looking like we will, but you're never certain about it. So if you put a stop loss right there, pretty solid. Adam says, so when will XP hit $24 then? That's our journey here. That's our journey over the next couple of weeks. Might get a little reversal here. What's going to happen? What do you guys think? Let's see here. Dusty, how are you? Afternoon, everybody. Today is a good day. Goddamn. Today is indeed a pretty good day. Not going to lie to you. Today has been pretty exciting. Most cryptos are on the upside. The last hour hasn't been too amazing for Bitcoin. That's a warning sign, Whenever you see Bitcoin going down like that, you got to be a little bit more hesitant with your XP trades as well. And even though I have said before, XP can really move independently from Bitcoin, it doesn't always do that. So you got to be wary. You got to be wary. You got to be wary. What levers are you using? You can see everything that you need in front of your screen right now. We're coming quickly back down, though, I think. Let's quickly check this out. We're only in about 117 XRP worth of profit right now. Big candle towards the downside. We're facing some resistance. You see, guys? You see? It's textbook. It's following the exact rules of what we expect to happen. You see, this is why you put in your supports and resistances. How do we predict this? You look at the past. That will predict the future. There's no clear indication of whether or not we'll breach these levels, but you anticipate once it does. Again, now, I told you guys all, we're trying to get over it. We don't know if it will happen, so we can exit our trades right there and actually wait for a confirmation to enter back in. Will be scary. Right now, we're just placing our stop loss, and I'm not doing that because I don't really care. We're placing our stop loss at our buy-in level to basically not lose money on this trade. We can actually put it a little bit higher as well, like for example right here, so just make money regardless of what happens. Because worst case, we're going to come back into the demand zone and we're going to have another ping pong session, or we're going to correct lower obviously, but then we don't want to be in this trade anymore because then we're going to reach our most likely our next demand zone, which would most likely be at around 90 cents, because I don't think the support is actually going to hold if Bitcoin starts to push through, to be honest with you. But let's see, we can still breach it though, right? This is, of course, a 5-minute chart. We are actually trading this on the hourly, and from that perspective, it's still looking pretty good, even though we face some strong resistance at this supply zone here for XRP. Kusama says, hey, Dusty, check out Vader. Protocol Neo Luna, made 5K overnight. No promo, just don't miss. I will not, but thank you. I'll keep it in the back of my head. Maybe some people will know it. Legend says, now in bed, going to drift off to sleeping, listening to Dusty's voice. I'll dream about hitting that like button. Huh. You know what I sometimes should do? I should sometimes scare the people that are watching trying to get to sleep. Like after a couple of minutes of going softer and quieter every single time, then I start screaming, going crazy. That could be fun. Then again, a lot of people will not hear my warning up front, and they'll be annoyed that I scream in their heads. So, yeah. That could be a really fun thing, though. Let us see. Should we do a little giveaway, guys? No, I don't think we're actually doing good with the likes at all. Yeah, I wanted to say if we hit 500 likes during the stream, we're going to do a giveaway, but we're not close to that at all. Let's see, guys. If you all press that like button, let's see where we get. But I don't think we can get to 500, so I don't think we're going to do a giveaway today. Maybe still, if I keep streaming for a little bit, we might actually. We'll wait for it for just a couple of seconds. And also, guys, just make sure you check out the link down below for Bybit. Make sure you just check it out. If you don't like it, don't use it. It's as simple as that. But personally here, for me, it's been a real blessing. I love it to the core because with little money, so to speak, you can make quite a good sum. But I trade with a lot of money, though, so I guess I shouldn't really count on that or explain it like that. But Bybit, I like it a lot, man. The exchange is really a beast nowadays. All right, let's quickly check it out. How are my other trades coming along? Just checking my phone here to see how my own trades are coming along. Pretty well day. Yesterday was a really bad day, actually. Didn't really do too amazing. Today's been pretty nice. Not amazing, but pretty nice. Let's put it like that exactly. All right. So let's see here. There we go. And also, as I remember or remind you guys sometimes, there's a link down below for KuCoin, which is basically for anybody that wants to make a couple of dollars. Basically, like if you deposit $10, you get $5 for free. So that's for like the really small hodlers out there. Check the KuCoin link. You have Prime XBT, which is if you're a big whale, you're trying to trade with a couple $1 million or so, it's definitely best to go for Prime XBT because of the fee reduction. It's one of the best ones right now. And you have Bybit, which is just my main exchange that I always personally use. And I let you guys know about this stuff all the time. Now, what are our trade options? I'm not going to really tell you guys about any short-term options right now because we don't really have any crazy opportunities. For Bitcoin, we had a big reversal, right? Engulfing candle, nice little bounce at the 0.236 Fibonacci. Perfect textbook reversal. We're starting to build, though. So, theoretically speaking, we should just have long positions open across the board. Ethereum had the same thing. Building a nice little foundational bottom at their 0.5 Fibonacci, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, bounced right back off, and right now it's retesting at the 0.618 Fibonacci before continuing to upwards direction. But I think it's going to go upwards from here as well. $4,400 is my next target for Ethereum. Might happen within a couple of days. XP had the same similar situation where it bounced off of the, let's see here, 77-cent support, also dynamic key support line, and of course our mostly infamous nowadays demand zone because we called out 77 cents at the bottom and it really was right here, which was really nice to see. And we're still going upwards from that perspective. There's actually one more, which is our XP to BTC, which obviously we called out as well. Had no room to go downwards here. We called out the breakout here. And it was also during a live stream that we called that out. People were also hesitant at that point, but there was no more room to go down for XP to BTC. Ever since we broke out, though, since we didn't get a confirmation, it wasn't a perfect trade. And we actually did find a little bit of a strange pattern here. But it's also looking that that's continuing on with the bullish rise again after you made a little bottom right here. Can't really explain too much about the TA of this one, as I think XP to BTC is not something I really am going to trade too much. But it is a fundamental piece, that we're finding a bottom. We found it a couple of days ago, 24th of December. And maybe similarly to last year even. The 29th was like the worst day. Maybe right now, the 24th was like a really bad day. And we're going to start building from here again. At least that's the way that it's kind of looking. Right now, we're going to have some good, jolly old times. At least that's what I'm thinking for XRP, for crypto. Man, things are looking good. Gabriel says, hey, Dusty, any airdrop besides Solar that you recommend? Thanks. Right now, I would always say go for the CoinMarketCap airdrops because those are easiest. But I don't really have that many in my near future that I'm going for. So no, not really. You can always go for these XRP Ledger airdrops, but I think the majority of them are scams in the sense that they're not really made to be a benefit to society. They're just made to make some money. Then again, define scam. Is this really bad inherently? Not necessarily. It's just not something that I really personally like too much. Oh, I just slammed my mic here. And by the way, another exchange that I'm going to start using a little bit more and more, I might actually put that out there as well. The reason I go for so many exchanges, by the way, is purely because there's different appeals to all of them. I'll just put a link real quick. This one, by the way, the exchange I put right there is Femex. That's actually the one that I got my VPAT on. And to be honest with you, it really had some trouble when VPAT was listed. But now, I can't really say it's actually been too bad. I've been using it for a little while, and it's a pretty easy to use exchange, pretty easy to overview it all, so to speak. The only problem is, guys, since it shows your email address, I cannot show you guys my own account. That is unfortunate. Because I do not have a crazy big money account just quite yet, but I do have, a normal account. This is like the one that I have right now. You guys can't see it because I just made this email purely to show for YouTube, as you guys know by now. The problem is, there's no way, I think, to hide your money in there as well. I'm not going for that just quite yet. So that's the only problem I'm going to kind of maybe address to them. But even our VPAT here, you guys remember, right? We bought ourselves some VPAT. I'm not sure exactly what the buy-in price was anymore, but that crypto has been performing like a freaking beast over the last couple of days here. Really, VPAT has been performing rather nicely. And so, honestly, I wouldn't be too surprised if VPAT ends this week at like $2 or something along those lines. I wouldn't really be too amazed if anything like that happened. As, literally, guys, the appeal for buying VPAT is only going to keep increasing as people need to have this crypto to stake it to get access to the Launchpad. And so this is what we very often see with Launchpads. Very big spike at the start. This one was insane because it went to $1,700 because of some glitch, I think. Quickly come back down, and then piece by piece, climb upwards. Usually kind of have a standstill. I'm going to say maybe that standstill is going to be for VPAT at either $150 or $2 at like a stable level. And then basically parade around that level for the longest time as people are buying and selling in anticipation of a lot of these drops that are going to be coming on that Launchpad. So $2, not too crazy for VPAT. I actually have a good chunk of it. Check the link down below if you actually want to buy it. You can buy it over on Femex. I've done that myself, as you guys know by now. And I'm pretty excited about them. Pretty excited about them. Gabriel says, when the lawsuit does finally settle, I'll be on Dusty's live singing Pump It Up. We'll go on Discord and we're going to just do some screaming or something like that, man. We'll have to. We'll really have to. Because if the moment that something like that happens, man, oh man, am I going to go crazy. I'm going to start punching the air. By the way, guys, if you're not subscribed just quite yet, make sure you subscribe to the channel right now as well. We're trying to get 140,000 subs by the end of the year, and we only have like 4 more days to go, man. It's about to get really scary. 4 more days. I don't think it's going to happen, but maybe. Maybe. If we get about 300 subs a day, we'll get that done. So I really got to charade real quick and make a lot of updates, I guess. Also, follow me maybe over on Twitter if you guys enjoyed the daily tweets. I provide a lot of cool stuff on here, I think. That's the pinned tweet is Femex. All right, I wanted to say the DustTBC over on Le Twitter. We're almost at 45,000 followers on there as well. See, extremely excited about HBAR. Yeah, it's a solid crypto, guys. HBAR is solid. Will be 50. Oh, you're talking about a completely different crypto. Misplaced says, you don't support the Sologenic airdrop? We already got the Sologenic airdrop, right? So all you need to do is wait to get it, but there's no real next steps basically to be taken. I just signed up on Bible. Do you need to KYC? You don't. I don't think you need to, but I can't comment on that. Just do your own research about all the KYC stuff. I don't. You know, there's always a way for anything basically, but you know, you gotta kind of look it up for yourself about that type of stuff. I don't think you need to KYC. I don't usually KYC on exchanges anyway, so I don't think it's ever necessary on things that I personally showcase, except for maybe like a Crow. But I don't really showcase that, I guess, huh? So that's why. I don't think you need KYC for anything that I showcase. Shadow says, hey, Dusty, there hasn't been any news about the lawsuit or hearings for a while. Why is that? Well, because right now we're in a phase where there isn't really any logical reason for updates to come out, as there's no disputes. It's just fact gathering. And so both sides are not really finding any disputes because they're not alleging all the other sides to have done something. They're not really trying to find information from the other side anymore. Before it was fact discovery, so you're seeing updates every single time as they basically have to, look for facts, mostly from the other party. Right now, they're trying to basically gather information from experts. So you don't need to ask the SEC for any new info, and the SEC doesn't have to ask Ripple. And the majority of these fights can be fought internally, meaning they just meet and confer every single week or twice a week, and they talk with each other. They don't need to ask the court because they both are on the same page. So the same thing goes for if the SEC was asking some information. If Ripple gives it, there's no problem. It's only if Ripple says, no, we don't think we should, that it goes to the judge. But at the end of the day, they also want to bother the judge as least as possible. So that's also why sometimes things don't pull through it there. How do you feel about Gala? Yeah, pretty excited about him. I'll make a video about Gala partially later today, as I want to include it in my top metaverse altcoins list. Does anybody know when Flare will get distributed? No, nobody knows, and it's taking a freaking long time, man. it really has been taking a sweet time for Flare to get distributed. That's true. I'm honestly not sure if Flare is going to come like within 20. Maybe like hopefully next month, maybe next month afterwards. It's been like it's been more than a year since Flare's snapshot was. And I told him as well, get another snapshot going or so, because I right now have 10 times the amount of XRP that I had a year ago. Like, what in the world? Why are they not, or why are they going for it in this manner? I just don't know. I think it's really stupid. But, yeah. Maybe they didn't think it through. Not exactly sure about that. I think it was just way more work than they anticipated. Or they want to do it better than anticipated. Because you got to understand, these guys are going to make a freaking ton of money once it launches. So. But I'm also not the biggest supporter of Flare. Because I think, as I said before, the distribution was really done in a strange way. Where they are really trying to go for money in a certain sense. But I do respect them because it is a noble cause. And Flare is not a bad project. Just the distribution I didn't really enjoy too much of. Flare's asleep, sadly. Yeah, it kind of feels like that. When Moon, when Lambo. Yeah, around the corner, huh? You need KYC for Bybit launch stuff? Yes, you do. You know why, by the way? So KYC for launch stuff is because you're buying a coin before it actually launches, and there's rules in different countries about that. So you buying a specific crypto, the rules are all pretty simple, but you buying into a coin before it's launched, you're basically investing. There's an agreement made that you will get some tokens after a certain date. And since there's actually a legal agreement in that sense, they need to know where you're from, because those legal agreements are not allowed everywhere. Because you basically sign an agreement by basically sending the money that they reserve the right to cancel it and send you your money back, or send you, because of the money that you send them, some tokens in the future. And so, if you don't have your KYC, they can't make the legal agreement with you from a certain perspective, as it's not instantaneous, it's a future agreement. That's at least as far as I can think of as to why that's the bigger difference in why you do need a KYC for that. But the launchpad stuff, every single launchpad that's out there, you're going to need KYC for. But for using an exchange, you usually don't. Michael says, or Michiel says, I thought it would be December. I thought Flare would have launched a long while ago, but it's still not here. I wonder why Uniswap is up. Is it still because of the Polygon news? Mr. Chainsaw says, in the US, you can't participate in any of that. I wanted to get in of some of those projects on VLaunch, but you got a KYC. Same exact situation. US is not really bright in the crypto department for IDOs and things that take risk. Leverage is difficult in the US, and anything in that regard is just difficult in the US. But guys, over on my channel, I'll keep sharing opportunities that you don't need to KYC for, and some others that you do need to, but basically, I just keep sharing all the different opportunities that I can. So all you have to do is make sure you subscribe for that, and I'll keep trying to make people millionaires. That's my freaking goal on this channel. Now, financial advice. So at the end of the day, I can only just try my best. I cannot guarantee anything's going to work, but that's my goal here. I've made it my goal for a little bit. Maybe we'll change in a couple of months and go into something else. But right now, that's what I want to do. I think we have a pretty good shot at it happening. Let's see. I'm just checking out whatever you guys are sending me here in the little chat box as well. Can you explain the XP lawsuit? No, not today. Definitely not. That's a whole long process. Well, I'll get a video on that, and I might just invite John Deaton. Maybe we can actually get that done. Maybe we should actually, how can I, hey, maybe we can actually try tweeting him out. in joining one of my live streams to talk. I'm like in the worst position to go type, by the way, about the Ripple v SEC lawsuit. If you're wondering, sometimes my setup here is in such a bad spot that it's difficult to, I'll type whatever. All right, let's put it like this. Is this good or is this stupid? What do you guys think? Or should I just let one of my team members just send an official email? I'll send him an email as well. I'll let somebody send him an email. No worries. But I don't know. Like for the front end, maybe this is good. It actually, I think it worked with Jeremy. You guys told me what to type him, and it worked. So, okay, Philippos is stupid. I'm seeing 1 good, 2 goods, 3 goods. Like Adunio. Screw it. I don't think he's gonna reply anyway. Whatever. All right, guys, go spam this tweet a little bit. Make sure you press the like button on there. Let's go. I'm gonna share it with you guys here. All right, help me out a little bit, guys. Push this tweet a little bit. I think it's also fine. And yeah, I think I'm doing a face reveal soon anyway. And the main reason I want to do a face reveal, honestly, is just so I can do these freaking interviews and talks with a face. Because I keep thinking in my head, they have to just look at a screen with my logo on there. It's just so, it's not fun. But I need to make it a little bit of a bigger event. So how do I announce it? Like, what do I do before there? Should I have like a big tweet where if it hits like 1,000 likes, I'm going to do it, or 10,000 likes or whatever? Or should I just set a date for it? Or should I have like a video, and if we get to a certain amount of likes, I'll do it? What should we go for? Because I'm going to do it anyway. I'm already pretty certain, set on it. The only question is exactly how. Because from a certain perspective, I don't want to make it a big deal. Again, I'm also thinking maybe I should, because then a lot of mystery is going to be gone, At 150k subs, that's too far away. I have a couple of videos planned in the near future that I already want to show it for. So I'm thinking we have to think of something quicker. At 140k subs, that's what I was thinking. But we need to hit it by the end of the year then. I'm watching. Don't do that, bro. I don't want to block you, my friend. You're always in here, but don't do that, bro. I don't like that in the comment section, man. Face reveal would break the charm. From some perspective, I think a lot of people are going to really despise it. Some people really love it, so it's going to be a 50-50. But it's just worth it from a perspective of, being able to do all these interviews and whatnot. And I think it's the next big step. I was hesitant for so long. I'm thinking, nah, it's just the logical next step. So, unfortunately for some. All right. Guys, I think that was it for today's stream, though. We've almost been streaming for about an hour. I have a couple of things to attend to. Had some things about David Swartz that I wanted to share, like, for example, these threads. But I'll get to it in another crypto video later today. If you guys enjoy these daily streams, make sure you understand, guys. I'm going to be doing live streaming every single day. So make sure that you're just subscribed to the channel so you can update yourself every single day on the crypto news. And, yeah, birthday pretty soon here. It's going to be fun. I won't announce that it's my birthday, I don't think. But it's pretty shortly. I won't tell you guys which date exactly. But just know. And, yeah, make sure you also spread that tweet a little bit. Let's get it popping. And I'll see you guys again in another video or live stream pretty shortly here, guys. So stick around the channel by just pressing the subscribe button. Know that I will be posting multiple videos today. And I'm seeing you guys pretty shortly here. All right. Adios, amigos.